Hey everyone, this is day two, take 100. um, I just wanted to talk to you about what my heart's been going through concerning other people's influence in my belief, in my faith. And whether you have a faith or not, uh, I think the best way to see it is if are you a sheep or are you leading? And are you lazy or are you being a leader? And in my case, I've been a sheep. I've been lazy and comfortable. I've been letting other people tell me what the Bible says and taking it to truth. And that's just not right. And I think the most important part that I've taken away from my journey in this last month is that I don't want to be lazy because I have found that there are so many discrepancies in things that I don't believe and that are not just true, that are not in the Bible. And if you're not a Christian, and if you're just looking at this video for whatever reason, do you question what people say is true or not? Or do we just say, oh, yeah, it's true, and then we go and repeat it like other people, and then at some point someone calls us out on it, or we realize it's just not who we are? It's so simple to just believe or be comfortable or lazy in what other people say. But it's so hard to understand what the truth is and follow it. A good friend of mine that I am no longer in contact with, unfortunately, she has a podcast, Above the Waves. She talked about seasons in her last podcast. And I believe that we all go through seasons. But it's whether or what I do with the seasons that matters. Do I take them to heart and change? Or do I just leave them as a memory in my past? And I'm telling you, I don't want to let anybody think for me. I want to be a free thinker. People who change the world, not necessarily being millionaires or whatever, that I'm not talking about that kind of changing the world. But people who actually do change is because they are free thinkers. They're not just satisfied by what people say, but take it to heart to prove them if they're right or wrong. And for the longest time, I've let other people think for me, tell me how my faith in God should be, and then I just let it be truth. The temple where I attend, or the corporate meetings that I have in my faith, have misguided me in 2 or 3 occasions where it's proven that they have misguided me, causing me to question whether I'm in the right place or not. Because as a Christian, as a disciple of Jesus Christ, we submit to these people. Like these people, we let them be authority over us. And the question is this authority the correct one above me or not? I've always been so closed to letting other people think for me or do things for me. It's just amazing how I've found myself in a faith where I just let other people think for me. One of the reasons I love punk music and follow punk music and write punk music is that I love the concept behind it. And the concept is free thinking, free form of expression. people have always tried to control our mind and our way of thinking, and punk music just goes goes against it. It doesn't matter if you wear a mohawk as a punk or have glasses and are a nerd as a punk. It just doesn't matter. There's no concept of dressing or clothing that goes with punk music. It's whoever you want to be. And there's no one certain type of punk music to listen to. You know, you have the Ramones with one style and Nirvana with another style. And the British punk is totally different. It's just a mindset of not conforming to what other people say or do. It's not conforming to this world. And that's what the Bible says. Don't be religious. Don't conform to what other people say. And yet I find myself, I have done that. And I'm not a leader. I'm just a sheep. I'm just lazy and comfortable. But since I've realized this, I am taking every word that someone else gives me, if it's important to me, if it's going to impact me, and if I agree with it, I go back now and I research it. I base my life solely on my faith. So I go back to the Bible. And if it's in the Bible, it's true. And if not, I just discard it as improper thinking on my part. If you don't have a faith, well then, whatever foundation or whatever holds you strong, whatever belief you have, you should go back and challenge the people who want to change your mind, who influence it, who you love, and challenge you in that aspect. It's just so easy to conform to things that aren't true for me or for you. Whether you're a Christian or not, it doesn't matter. Free thinking, free will, being free of mind is just not the same as being influenced by other people. If you choose not to be a Christian, that's fine. But are you just being influenced by what people say, or because you've actually looked into it? If you are a Christian, why are you a Christian? Like, you just go to Sundays and you think that that's what being a Christian is? Let's be free thinkers. Let's be challenged by everyday life and not just let our laziness and our comfortableness influence the way we think. This world is not monotonous. It's not boring, and it just doesn't repeat itself. Every day's a new day. And when the people we meet influence our lives, the question is, do we challenge it? Have a great day.